Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Dueling videos. Today I have for you a Wrath of Neos Last Gamble deck. Now Wrath of Neos is one of the new cards from the Jaden roaming duelist event, and I managed to pick up two of them. One of them from dueling him I think 7 times, and the other one actually dropped. And I went ahead and tried this Last Gamble deck. It's been a long time since I played with Last Gamble, so this was really exciting to use. Basically we're going for the OTK, and our finishing combo is Elemental Hero Neos Elias, which when it becomes a Gemini monster, this card's name becomes Elemental Hero Neos while it's on the field. So if you put Supervise on it, you can then go into Wrath of Neos, and which says select one face-up Elemental Hero Neos you control, return it to the deck, and destroy all cards in the field. Now you might wonder why go through the trouble of using Neos Elias and Supervise instead of just summoning an Elemental Hero Neos. The reason why is because when this card goes to the deck and Supervise hits the graveyard, you can then special summon a Gemini, or actually a normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So that's how you're gonna do the OTK. That's what's gonna allow you to swarm the board with your Phoenix Gearfried, Diox Ogre, and I also have one Elemental Heroes. But really all you need is one of the big ones and an Elemental Hero Neos Elias, and then you have game. So that's kind of the combo behind this. Because it is Last Gamble and you want to put those pieces in the graveyard, we're running cards to bring the Elemental Heroes back from the graveyard. Oversoul, one of them, and then 2 Swing of Memories, which Swing of Memories will also work with your Gemini monsters, so you have another way of working with monsters that are in your graveyard. Other than Last Gamble, the way we want to put those monsters in the graveyard is by using Featherizer. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send one Gemini monster from your deck to your graveyard and draw 1 card. So it replaces itself, and so you don't lose card advantage by playing it, and it also sets up your graveyard, which is really strong. So if you can dump your Elemental Hero Neos Elias, you can dump your big monsters depending on what the rest of your hand looks like. And I just noticed that the deck I have on screen over here is 1 card difference. I added a 3rd Sphere Kribo because I really needed to survive until that Last Gamble turn. Otherwise, the deck was doing poorly. So I added a 3rd Sphere Kribo, and I took out a Dark Storm Dragon because 2 of these seem like enough, especially when you're going to combine them with Featherizer. Huge weakness to this deck is Amazonas, because if they banish your Featherizer, then you're not going to be able to get card advantage or mill anything to the graveyard. So Amazonas gave me the most trouble. I did win against I think 1 of them, but for the most part I was taking some else. That's it. We're gonna show you some replays. I only have 4 because I didn't have a ton of time to play, and actually the last game I didn't save it because it said it was gonna delete a previous replay, and I thought that it was a replay of this deck, and turns out it was a different replay. Anyway, TLDR, I only have 4 replays, but I'll probably be using this deck during the stream tonight at regular time, 9 PM Central. So we got Featherizer to start, which is what we want. My opponent goes Grass Looks Greener, and this is in the event, by the way. We're using Elemental Heroes, which is a warrior. That's the team I chose. And we're going up against a Bujin deck. So I'm going to take 1700 damage right here, but at least I've set up my graveyard. And not only that, I draw into Wrath of Neos. So with no fear, I decide to Last Gamble right now. I roll a 6, which that's almost an insta win in any Last Gamble deck. Swing of Memories to bring back Neos Elias. Supervise, double Supervise. That's the cool thing, that you can equip multiple Supervise to your Elemental Hero, which means you can bring back multiple monsters. So he's gonna activate some traps to get monsters back to his hand. We're gonna go for the Wrath of Neos. Just adds another monster to his hand. We're gonna wipe the entire board. Supervise is gonna give us 2 monsters, so we get both of our big Gemini monsters. And if we wanted to, we still had a Swing of Memories, we had another Supervise, we had Oversoul, and a Sphere Kribo. I mean, that's because I rolled a 6, but you kind of get the main combo that the deck goes for. I don't know if this is the, you know, the most valuable way of using Wrath of Neos. This is just the first idea that popped into my mind. I also wonder how much the deck would change if I could get a third Neos Alias. I'm sorry, not Neos Alias, a third Wrath of Neos. So here we're going against the Power of Dark Yubel, which was kind of surprising. I figured this wasn't the Fire King variant, and it turns out it was Fire King Yubel. But the reason why it doesn't really matter, and you guys will see how the duel goes. I'm gonna attack into my Featherizer. We're gonna meal the Neos Alias right away, and we pick up a Sphere Creeper, which is nice. Now we can end turn. We don't have to worry about anything. This is what I love about Sphere Creeper, is that you keep it in hand. If you're in danger of losing, you obviously use it to protect your life points. If you're gonna survive with more than 100 life points, then you just take all the damage and you can even ditch the Karibo for your last gamble. So here we're gonna see him destroy the Sacred Phoenix to add a Fire King Avatar Baron? I don't know. Deals 3600 damage. So I keep my Karibo. I go for the last gamble. I roll a 5 this time. And all I needed to pick up out of those 5 cards was anything that could bring my Neos Alias from the graveyard to the field. And I pick up an Oversoul, very lucky. We're gonna once again equip double supervise. And I'm gonna explain something here after I activate my Wrath of Neos. Because you might be thinking, in this situation, he should have activated his Fire King Avatar. But look at this chain. The way this chain is going is my Supervise activated first, then his Fire King Island. So if he wanted to activate his Fire King Avatar Joshka, for example, to destroy the Yubel would have special summoned first, and then the Fire King Island would have resolved. So no matter what he did, his field was gonna be empty. Sorry, I think my dog was choking. Either that or he just flat out didn't have the Yubel in hand. I'm able to bring back Neos Alias and my Elemental Hero Neos. I could have summoned Featherizer, but there was no need to. I just attack and win the game. A nice and easy OTK. Going up against PQ Hunter using Paradox Brothers. And we're starting things off with Featherizer, and we have a Sphere Creeper to protect ourselves. So that's kind of the ideal hand you want. You want to be able to start with Featherizer to get your draws and mills going, but you also, you know, want that protection so that you don't just flat out get OTK. My opponent goes for a 3-star demotion, playing aggressively, and I'm not worried about Sujin because I'm just gonna wipe the entire board. This plays into my favor that he's being so aggressive. I get to draw 2 cards and mill 2 cards, and then I can go for my last gamble. I decided to drop my Karibo because I didn't want to just gamble away my combo and not draw into Oversoul or Swing of Memories. So instead I got rid of one of my protection since I do have a backup Karibo. We're going to roll a 4, pick up Swing of Memories. We're going to equip both of the Supervise. Actually, I kind of choked here a little bit by not equipping the second Supervise, but I think there was only one monster that I could summon. Either way, I have Swing of Memories. But I was supposed to, yeah, I don't think there was another monster that I could summon. I go for the normal summon with my Neos Alias, so, you know, pretty clutch that I got to keep that in hand. And he just scoops it up. And this last duel was, it's really cool, the feel that I was able to out, but at the same time, my opponent kind of played very passively. We're both playing passive. You know, just waiting for the other one to attack, and that just, you know, gave me so much card advantage that I was able to win the game, as you will see. So we're gonna start with Featherizer. He just sets 1 card. I'm just ending turn. He's not doing anything. Double set. I'm just ending turn. At this point, I have 2 Sphere Karibo, so I'm feeling super safe. And then we see what the deck he's running is. He's running Blue Eyes. So we're gonna go with Silver Scry. Blue Eyes is kind of scary because once they summon this guy, Azure Silver Dragon, your next turn is not going to be very... you're not going to be able to accomplish anything the following turn because the at least this guy won't be able to be destroyed by a card effect. So I knew right there that the next turn I couldn't go into last gamble and I couldn't OTK. What I was trying to figure out is how am I going to survive this turn and the following turn. Luckily for me, I do have the 2 sphere Kribos and I have a monster on the field, so as long as I could pick up another monster to eat up an attack, I was going to be safe. He's going to attack my Featherizer. I pick up a second Featherizer, so now I know that I'll be able to survive until the following turn. I set the Featherizer, we have a Sphere Kribo, and we have our life points to take one of the hits. So once again, we're going to get to draw. I even pick up another Sphere Kribo, but I don't need it. So now that the Azurize effect is no longer active, we're going to end this rolling the 6 that I didn't even need, honestly. All I needed was my Wrath of Neos. We pick it up. Go for Oversoul, Supervise, and once again I should have done double Supervise here, but I have so many options with Swing of Memories that I wasn't even too worried about it. Supervise is gonna give me my Phoenix Gear Freed. I'm gonna activate Swing of Memories to bring back Diox Ogre, activate double Supervise just in case something happens, and kind of to show my opponent how, you know, that 6 roll was pretty broken. Activate my second Swing of Memories to bring back the elemental hero that made it all happen, and that is the game. So like I said, it's not gonna be the most viable deck. Obviously it's very weak, like I said, to Amazoness. It's gonna struggle against decks that have monster removal, because if they don't destroy your Featherizer by battle, then you know you're getting a pretty big minus. You're not gaining anything in the grave for it, and you're not getting to draw afterwards. So but other than that, it's a fun deck. I wanted to try this card. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. There will be a stream tonight, like I said, 9 PM Central. We'll just do some PvP, grind out the event a little bit more, and we'll hopefully have a lot of fun. But that's gonna be it till next time.